So I found that some of you have really made very good use of Edmodo, as you have used simply every single feature provided for enriching your lessons, as well as your students' learning experience. So many of you mentioned about Spotlight. So I must talk about this first, because this is the top reason for me to join Edmodo. It links up so many educators from all over the world in different communities. They work as open discussion forums where teachers can share resources, ask or answer questions, and learn from each other. And there are so many topics and educators that we can follow, and we can also share a variety of resources in multi-compatible formats with our students. We can also upload something like the websites, embedded YouTube or video clips, flip task links to other educational resources online, files, documents, and images in our classes. So when comparing to just give a link to students to YouTube clips, well, the clip itself plays, and there is no advertisement and no recommended videos coming up. But you know that there would be advertisement when you use YouTube. So this makes me feel very wonderful that my students are only going to see the items that are appropriate to them and not to be distracted by other pop-ups. So this is about Spotlight. But by integrating the use of Spotlight resources and flipped classroom, many of you mentioned about flipped classrooms in your presentation. Students watch the resources or videos assigned by teachers. I'm glad that many of you, in fact, made your own video. Winnie has her own YouTube channel. So I hope you can upload that to the Spotlight to share with all of us. So, and the students learn and familiarize themselves with basic knowledge of the subject at home, and they apply the new knowledge in activities, in lessons, and this enables the teachers to focus more on the application of knowledge in real-life context, rather than spending time to explain basic concepts. So this is a smart and green way to save paper, and also showing students a solid range of resources that are related to the teaching topics without needing them to Google anything. So I agree that Edmodo also creates a safe and close network for communication, local or even some of you mentioned cross-border. So we don't need to disclose many of our personal information in using Edmodo. As teachers, we can also lock a class or group or unlock it when appropriate to accept new members. Students can share their notes, opinions, work, even raise questions on the wall. This creates small learning communities within class. So many of you may not know one feature about Edmodo, as none of you mentioned in your presentation. It is that is we can set students as read-only users in class for a period of time. So if needed, of course. So maybe if they did not behave well in your discussion forum after warnings, then you may set them as read-only. That means they can still see the post, but they cannot comment. And after a period of time, you can change them back to normal status, so that they will treasure the chance that they can talk, or they can speak up on the wall. And the notification feature is very important too. Notifications are pushed to alert users when we post up new messages or assignments. And we can also invite parents to join our class. And of course, as many of you agree that Edmodo also extends the learning hours of students, as they can learn at home by using flipped classroom, the assignment, polling, and quizzes function. However, while extending the learning hours, it could probably shorten the preparation time of teachers in long run, I say. So as you may reuse the resources, as Carol said, you have created in other class, the resources that you have created in other class, and quizzes are also self-marked. So some of you may not agree that time used for preparation of lessons is shortened, but let me put it in the other way. It increases the effectiveness and efficiency of teachers in preparing our lessons using Edmodo. So, as many of you shared, assessments and quizzes are great tools for understanding our students' performance, which can be viewed through Progress feature in Edmodo. The Progress feature helps teachers to evaluate how effective the teaching is and to monitor the students' progress and performance, either for individuals or for the entire class. So teachers can use results in the gradebook to adjust their teaching contents and pace. Besides, it's also keep track of students' performance and let them reflect on their own learning throughout the years that they have used Edmodo. Gamification is a hot topic, as many of you discussed in your presentation. To facilitate gamification, adding competitive elements is a vital part. So many of you have suggested that some application that you can use to add the competitive part in the lessons, and I think you have a very good discussion this morning. I'm not going to repeat this. Besides, incentivizing students with rewards, such as giving badges, is a fantastic way to motivate students to learn. And some of you raised the points like differentiated learning, blended learning, and cater for diversity. I think Edmodo had great functions like groups within groups that can help teachers to achieve this. It enables teachers to tailor-make teaching materials to meet individual needs by giving them different resources, activities, assignments, and assessments. And of course, combining the use of the progress feature, we can keep track of students' performance and adjust our teaching materials or mode to further help those with special needs. So as you can see, with all this variety of work we can do with Edmodo, we need a tactical plan. So the planner feature of Edmodo helps us to plan our teaching schedule as well as reminding the students about the due dates. So many teachers and students use these as their diaries too. The organized and clear way it displays the tasks and the due dates surely help us with better time management. All in all, I would like to summarize what you have shared and to conclude Edmodo with 7 E's. That is, to extend learning hours outside classrooms, engage students in learning, enrich students' learning experience, empower students to own their learning, exposes teachers to global educators' communities, enables effective and efficient daily work for teachers, enhances the communication among stakeholders in schools, including teachers, students, and parents. So I hope we can all keep up our good work. And after this training, I think every one of you get a certain unique set of skills, knowledge, and experience that makes you an asset to the Edmodo community. So let's continue to share our experience with others to build up a culture and to recommend Edmodo to more people. Thank you.